Hello again, and welcome back to the 13th episode of my OSE Hexcrawl. Our last episode ended with some distress. Our heroes had made their way to the surface just above this built room here. They were just about to head over to here when they rolled a random encounter as they were preparing, and it was a cockatrice. And the cockatrice basically turned 3-4 of them into stone and kind of left the others wondering what to do next. Did they head back into the dungeon with depleted numbers, or did they go back to town and kind of recruit? So that's where we kind of left it. So I'd originally said that our heroes were going to return back to Brine Keep and pick up some new recruits. But I thought about this and thought, if I was playing this with a real group, how would I introduce these characters without having to have the remaining players kind of run back home? And that would be to have them roll up new characters and they can emerge from the forest. So that's exactly what I did. Okay, so here's our 3 new player heroes. We have a fighter, a magic user, and an elf. It's just when we roll the stats up, these are kind of the best things we could get out of the stats. Fighter's got plate mail and shield. Magic user with shield, sleep, and phantasmal force. And our elf, short sword and longbow. Longbow being the best. 7 strength, 13 dex, not greatest of rolls, but not being funny. A lot of these rolls aren't particularly good. It's kind of just best of what you can get given. So we've got read languages, ventriloquism, and continual light for spells, which I rolled randomly as well. So yeah, so nothing massively fantastic, but again enough to fill out the ranks. So we don't go down there with a small number of people. So, with that in mind, there would be emerging from the forest would be these 3 new heroes that would kind of confront our original lot and basically tell them that they were hunting the cockatrice down. It had done exactly the same thing to some of their companions, and they'd followed it all the way from the forest to the west, and they're kind of thankful that it's been killed, so they kind of pick it up and chuck it in their backpack so they can take it back possibly for a bounty. Or at least sell it off to maybe some kind of wizard who might want some to fiddle around with it. But after a brief discussion, they'll kind of like explain that down here there's some stuff going on, and I did make all of my heroes neutral, so it's like, okay, right, that's nice, but and then they mention there might be some treasure, so it's like, okay, and we say we've already got a way down to the 2nd floor. There's plenty of on the 1st floor that needs exploring, so for the sake of ease, we will say that yeah, they join up. They say that's fine. We will help you out. We'll go down there and see what's going on. So we will head back into the dungeon. So our new marching order would be Darvon would go here, where Dagram was. That's our fighter. Our elf bow person would go probably near the back. Just to have a look at this. So yeah, so we've got our Dagrin's gone. Kessie is gone. And Maxill? Where's Maxill, wasn't it? But Maxill has gone as well. Okay, so that gives us our new elf. Well, put our new magic user next to the other magic user, so that's going to be Taff. Our new elf can go next to our thief, which is Rorus. And our new fighter, we've already got the front Darvon. So it's kind of going to probably, Garth will probably fill in the gap at the front. So we'll start a new entry. We'll say we'll rest up for a little while, but not a substantial amount, because obviously they were just about to do that before they headed down. We'll head down the stairs. We'll roll a 1d6 if we get an encounter. We do not get an encounter this time, thank God for that. Okay, we've got 3 doors we've not been through, or we can go through the other doors I think we're going to try one of the doors we've not been through. So we're going to say 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 3. So we're going to go through this door here. Time to get the GMG. Find the right page number. Okay, so we have got our first. I think our slowest person moving now is 20. Just double check. No, 30. 20. Yes, 20. Our plate mail person 20. So it's going to be really slow progression. We'll say they can move full movement rate through the first look because that's fine. So we'll do that for one round, and then we've got second round. We'll open the corridor into the corridor, which is a 17. We have a set of stairs. Oh, okay, right, fine. Stairs is on table 6. Same table it's always been on, but I keep forgetting. D20. 9. Up to a dead end. Shoot down 2 levels. Right. I'm going to ignore that because we're already 1 floor down. So we roll again. 11. Chimney up 1 level. Passage continues. Check in 30 feet. That's fine. I can live with that. So 30 feet. We have a chimney that goes up. And then it continues on for another 30 feet. We roll an encounter. We get an encounter. Okay, this is not good. Not a good start. I have pre-created the encounter table to include the bees from last time. So we'll roll a 1d8 to see what we get in the encounter table. If we're rolling the ones that are blank, we'll roll a normal thing. What is that? That is a 6. We have nothing in that. Right, let's get the book to look what else we've got. Okay, Adventures and Treasures. Level 1, 1d20, and 18. Sturges. Okay, Sturges makes kind of sense. So, let's say then, for the sake of, as our heroes make their way down there, they go to the corridor. There is a flapping above their heads as they realise that the Sturges have used this chimney to kind of make their way into this nesting area, and they've disturbed them. They're going to fly down and start having a go. 1d10's worth. We've got 7 Sturges. Okay, let's grab a sheet and we'll set that one up. Okay, so here's our setup. We've got our 7 Sturges. We've got our heroes just come through the door. Chimney's just above these. We're going to say we're not going to roll for surprise because we're going to say these things make enough noise flapping down from the chimney as they kind of look around. Our heroes are kind of look it up, see this thing, right, let's try and get under there without causing any problems. Unfortunately, they don't do so, so that's it. So we're going to roll bog standard initiative. So red is our heroes, and our Sturges are on the... sorry, gold's our heroes, red is our Sturges. We've got 6 on each, so everyone's going to move at the same time. So our Sturges is going to swoop down and swoop in. And I'm going to say that's all they're going to do at the moment. These are just going to kind of come down the chimney. And then we're going to have an exchange of shots and the like. So we have got our thief, first of all, is Theco of 19. AC 7 for these things, so 12 or higher with first shot. There's a miss. Our cleric has no missile weapon. Our magic is no missile weapon. Our fighters do. So I think we're going to say they can have a... are we going to say they have to break melee out because they're in combat? I think they'll break melee out. They're in combat. So switch to melee. So Finn is going to go first. Sorry, Flynn's going to go first. So 18th Echo, 11 or higher is a hit. So 1d8 against number 1 is a 2. Number 2 has 3 points. So we're down to 1. Our elf is going to have the same thing. So we have a 20 Thaco, so we need a 13 or higher as a hit for 1d6. 4. So number 1 is going to go down, even if it hits our elf. And then our other fighter is Darvon. He's got a attack of 18, so we need 11 or higher. That's a hit for 1d8 plus 1. We do 7 damage to number 4. Number 4 is going to go down as well, but they're all going to get their attacks. So, okay, well, I've not got number 2. That's weird. Okay, have I got missing number 2? I'm missing number 2. We'll pop number 2 at the back. That's fine. Okay, so they get +2 to hit on their first strike because they are doing a dive. So against our elf, we have a AC of 4, which makes it AC 6. So we need a Theco 19. We need a 13 or higher. Is a hit. So they do the damage. 1 damage. 1d3 damage. So elf takes 1 damage. Puts him on to 14. But combat kills him. So either they kind of smash it off, detach it, and then kind of beat the crap out of it. He's dead at the end of the round. And then our other fighter is going to take an attack from number 3, which I believe is a miss. Fighter number 1 has got a AC 2, so that is equivalent of 4. We're going to need 13 or higher. Oh, sorry, 15 or higher. That's a miss. And a miss from the other one. Okay, so we're back around to the following round. Number 1 is dead. Number 4 is dead. Okay, so first things first, we're going to make morale checks for these things. They've got morale 10. So number 3. Nope. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. And number 2. All good. Okay, initiative. Same time as last time. So that one's going to do its thing. 5's going to swoop in. 6 is going to swoop in. We're going to say it's passed for that one. These are going to come in the back. And we're going to do the same again. So fighter against these things. That's a hit. Against number 6 is 1d6 damage. That's 4. Number 6 is going to die as well. So elf is going to have nothing to attack this round. Fighter is going to go against number 3 as it was there previously. So 12, that will be a hit, I believe. Fighter AC, Theco 17. 11 height, yep, that's it. So 1d8 plus 1. 6 to number 3 is going to go down as well. But they're all going to have their attacks. So 6 against the elf, +2 to hit. Our elf is 6, or so that's a hit. This time we are doing 2 damage. But again, it's dead. Number 3 against our fighter is a miss. 5 against our fighter. Fighter is an AC of 2, so that's 4. No, 15 or higher. Done. Next round. Our heroes go first. Okay, so this is going to got the advantage now. So I think they're going to move in. This fighter is going to go with the bow, move it around, and we're going to have a bow attack first of all against number 3. Oh, number 3's dead, isn't it? Yep, number 3's dead. So against number 2, that's a miss, and then we're going to have a melee attack. So our fighter is a miss, I believe. Theco, yep, 11 or higher, yep, 1 off, and that one is a hit though, I believe. Elf, Theco of 20, 13 or higher, yes. 1d4, 1 damage. Oh, actually, number 5, 1 damage, number 5, right. And then our dudes move in again, right. So, there's a hit against our fighter for 3. And it is attached, so it's going to do 1d3 damage each round. Against our elf is a hit. So it's 2. That's going to be a 1 damage. And that's your lot. Next round. Our heroes go first. So our fighter's obviously going to see these things are slapping around on it. Our thief is going to move up so it can attack, help the elf out. Fighter Flint against our number 7 is a hit for 1d6. It's 4. Number 7 goes down. And then we've got a hero fighter. A 14 as a hit for 1d8 plus 1. That's 9. So 5 is down as well. Yep. And then our elf is a hit for 6 against number 2. Right, don't need the help from the clerics. Okay, so they struggle for a little bit. They kind of like pull these things off and then just kind of stomp on their heads and squish them and they all die. And they're all dead. So we didn't come out there too bad. I thought we might get a few stuck into people and just kind of chug away on their blood. But they are out. So we had 7 of those. Looking at our little ace, but they are worth 13 apiece. Okie dokie. So using my mathematical skills, that is 91 experience points for this group. And technically speaking, they've got treasure because they got a chimney. So maybe we can roll some treasure to see if they actually brought anything in with them. We are treasure type L. Okay, so looking at the book for treasure type L, I expect it to be a lot. Treasure type L is 50% of 1d4 gems. So 23. We have 1d4 gems. We have 4 gems. Okay, so as our heroes move around, we can increase our turn order by 1 as they are as the combat. They look around to see what is going on with on the floor. They find some gems. Let's see what the gems are worth. So 1d20. First one. 10 gold pieces. 100 gold pieces. Oh, that's better. 10 GP. 100 GP. That was a 17. 17 is 500 GP. And our last one is 20. 1000 GP. Okay. So maybe poking around in stirred poo at the bottom of this chimney is worth doing. We've just nabbed ourselves 1,610 gold pieces of gems. So yeah. So with that, we can now progress up the tunnel. These have got a movement rate of 20, so we'll say it's going to take another. We'll say it's going to take another turn. Because exit in the corridor, that's fine. We can move at a faster rate, and then we'll roll to see what's at the end of this one using the DMG. Yep. There we go. Okay, so D20. We have a 2. We have a continue straight on. Check after 60 feet. Right, so as we've said before, situation is we can attach these over. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40. We're going to say, for the sake of, just for the hell of it, let's get this to fit. It's going to come around like that. So it's going to take us 2 rounds to get to that junction though. So next round just on that corner, don't have an encounter, and then we go to there. We are at this previous junction we saw here last time. So they may not recognise this. They might recognise it. They may not recognise it. Actually, let me move this out of the way. Bring our DMG back, and we will see where that goes. So 1d20, a 2, continue straight 60 feet. So that is going to take us once again right to the stairs. What's that? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it's about that. So let's say it's going to go to there. And let's see what we've got at the end of 60 feet and see if it actually makes any sense. It's going to be a 7. It's going to be a side passage. Side passage is 1d20. 16. A 4-way intersection. Okay, so we are going to ignore that it's a 4-way. We're going to make it T-junction instead because it backs up on the set of stairs that go down to level 2. So 2, 2. But that is going to take us 3 rounds to get there. So we get to that junction. So first round, potential encounter. Nope. Second round, third round, as we get to the T-junction, potential encounter. No. So now we've got a dead end, and then we've got a left or right. So 1 to 3, we're going to go left. 4 to 6, we're going to go right. We're going to go left. 1d20. 8. Another side passage. 10. Right curve, 45-degree ahead. So that would be like that. Right. I'm going to make some judgment calls here. We're going to say that is going to run into that, and it's supposed to be check after 30 feet. So we're going to join that back up like that. So they get to the corner for another round. They get halfway up that corridor, no encounter. They get to the next one. They open the door. They find themselves back in the starting room they were previously. They know exactly where they are. So now we can double back at 60 feet. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We have a potential encounter as we at that junction. We do not. But then we have this here. Or 1d20. For a 4 is a door. So it's supposed to be after 30 feet. Again, we're getting a bit cramped here, so I'm going to just pop a door in there. Table 3 for a door. Sorry, table 2 for a door. 1d20. 11 to the right. Okay, that is tiny. Again, GM's prerogative. We're going to move it. We're going to have it here instead. Okay, that's our door. We'll do that in a minute. And then we're going to have a 1d20. A 5. A passage straight ahead. But we are going to have that one as we open the door up, and then as we go into that corridor, we're going to chance for a random encounter. We get a 1. We get a random encounter. Okay, so let's roll on the table we previously set up with. I suppose I should put sturges on there, shouldn't I, as well, because there might be something flying around. So let's put sturges on. Let's put sturges on 7. 1d8. It's 6. Nope, not on the list. So adventures and treasures. Okay, dungeon level 1. 7. Green slime. Okay. Fine. 1d4 green slimes. It's a 3. 3 green slimes. Okay, so that's literally, what's that? That's that round there. So we are here, just as we're about to get to this wall. So as we're doing that, this green slime is, or the green slimes are either on the ground or slobbering around on the roof or whatever on. We'll set that up, and then after we've done that, we'll see if there's a secret door here by doing a check, a 1 in 6 check. If there is, then we find one. If there isn't, then we do not. So let's set that green slime combat up first of all, and go from there. Okay, so this is the setup we've got at the moment. This is the corridor. This is our purple slime, green slime. So it said 1d4 in the encounter table, but according to the book, it's 0 to 1 or 0. So I've gone to 1, which kind of makes sense. So these things barely move. They move 3 foot at the top speed, 1 foot per combat round. So it's going to take 5 rounds to get into the next square. So it's purely ambush. So the idea is they're going to try and find their way to this wall here and see if they can discover a secret door. I'm set up like this at the moment. The only way this can attack them really is if it surprises them. So it can't be surprised, we're going to say, because of the torches and lanterns. So on a 1, our heroes are surprised, and then this thing will probably get the drop on one of the characters as they kind of start searching around for secret doors at the end of this corridor. If it doesn't, this is probably where it's all we're going to need, because these things can just, they can walk off and just leave it behind and either throw fire at it or oil at it or whatever. But obviously they've got to substitute, get rid of the oil they're actually using for their lamps. So first of all, let's see if they get surprised. They are not surprised on a 4. So, which is quite weird actually, because I thought that also the other thing is this thing would have a better surprise chance, but apparently it doesn't. Anyway, so our heroes go down that corridor. They see the far end of the corridor is a dead end. They start thinking about looking up. As they look around with the light, screen slimes on the ceiling squidging away, and it starts moving slowly towards them as it kind of anticipates dropping down. But it's like, nope, not having any of that. So let's just check their equipment lists. And we've got 2 oil on one, 2 oil on another, 2 oil on another. And if those last an hour, and we've probably, what have we gone through now? We've gone through 10, 20, 30, 60. Oh, no, it doesn't last an hour, does it? Torchlight lasts longer than an hour. 4 hours, right? Okay, that makes sense. So we're 2.5 hours in virtually now for that. So they're going to run out for a little while. Do they risk of an oil to burn this thing? They've got 6. So I'd say yes. That means 6 is quite a few hours down here. So it's like whatever, 30 hours, whatever it is. So yeah, we'll do that. So our person with the best missile combat is going to be our fighter, like Flynn. He's going to grab a flask of oil. He's going to use the flint and steel they've got to ignite it. And this thing has got a no AC, which is interesting because it kind of just hits, it would seem. So he'll basically just throw this thing up against the ceiling. So they'll everyone will kind of step back. He'll light this oil up. He'll chuck it in that kind of top corner of the room as this thing's kind of slowly, very slowly moving towards him. And it's going to take damage. So first round it takes 5 damage. It's got 6 hit points. Second round it takes another 4. It kind of burns up after 2 rounds. So so yeah, green slime eliminated. So these things are not particularly tough as long as they don't grab hold of you. So out the way, that's done. So we can shift these away. And now we're back here in this little junction. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 in 6 chances, and 1, 2 in 6 chances. So 1 in 6, 2. Yes, right, okay. So they find a secret door, which is how we're going to handle it. They go through there. They realise they are in the same place they've been before, or at least the people that have been here before realise it's the same place they've been before. They'll look that way, they'll backtrack, and they're going to backtrack up here. So we can move at full movement rate. So next round we are moving 60. That's going to take that one. We're going to move 60. So that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Chance of encounter, no. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. They're back in that room there. And then there's a door here they haven't opened yet, and they obviously know they can get backtrack to here as well. There's a door there, and we've got a corridor that goes north and south here as well. So we're going to open that door up, and then once that door's open and we know what's behind it, we will roll for a random encounter. So let's grab the... Technically, it should be a a door thing. What space is beyond the door? Because it is a door. But we will say we're going to just roll on the standard one. It'll be fine. So a 12. Passage turns. Check again in 30 feet. Check table 3. Don't check table 4. Passage turns 20. A 6. We are going 45 degrees ahead. Oh, left 45 degrees. Okay, that's fine. So we go 30. We go passage turns. Check in 30 feet. So it goes 45 degrees out this way, which is quite interesting. And then it goes 30 feet here. That's going to be another round. So yep. So we're going to check for an encounter down this corridor. We have no encounter. Okay. Normally a torch would run it here, but we started one lot in, so we're going to go for another one. So next round, we move 20 feet out that corridor. That's one round. We move another 20 feet out that corridor. That's 2 rounds. We now roll our d20 to see what we've got. We've got a 7. We have another side passage. Check again in 30 feet. A 18. 4-way intersection. Okay. Right. So again, our GM what's the words we could use for it? Ability, skill would say check in 30 feet. That's roughly 30 feet. We're going to say that that corridor joins up like that. That's going to be our thing. And then we're going to go that way and that way. We're going to let them decide where they're going to go. So 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. 2, they're going to go that way. We have another 20 feet down there. So that takes around the corner. And then just as they get into the end of this corridor, midway down this corridor, we have another encounter chance. We have no encounter. We roll 1d20. We get a 5. This is a door. Okay, and then we have doors. So let's get our doors. Where's door? Door. Page table 2. 1d6. 8. Oh, door to the right. Okay, that's fine. So it's going to be that way after that corridor. And then space beyond the door is 19, a chamber, table 5. Chamber shape and size, 19 is 8. It's a square 40 foot by 40 foot chamber. 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20. We're going to say it's roughly that size. It's not unusual shape. It's not unusual size. It does have a number of exits. 6. Okay. Okay, this is where my maths really plays off because I'm terrible at this. Okay, yeah, 40 by 40, 1600. So that is up to 1600. We have okay, so it's over. So what's that? 6 up over 600. 3 exits. Exits are 17, same wall, so it's going to have to go there. 10, left wall. 13, right wall. Okay. Right. So, oh, it's a passage. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. There's a 1 in 5 chance there's a one-way door, or 6 to 10. Oh, if passage or door is indicated in the wall where a space immediately beyond the wall has already been mapped, the exit is either a secret door 1 to 5 or a one-way door 6 to 10, or it's in the opposite direction 11 20. Okay, so we don't really have to. So we don't have to check for secret doors. We can actually roll it on this table. Okay, so first of all, we take a look around the room. We take a decision where we're going to go. 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. We're going to go 4, which is the diddliest one. And then we're going to roll a random encounter as we open the door. We get a random encounter. Okay, so let's first of all generate what is beyond the door. And I think we're obviously going to be limited what we can do here. So it does say a door. Parallel passage. Okay, for the sake of it, we're going to say it's a room. And we're going to say it's a 20 by 30 rectangular room. So it's going to run literally kind of like that. It's going to be 10 feet shorter than that. And there is something in that room. We have a random encounter. We also have a chamber or room contents. So that's... Actually, should have rolled that there, shouldn't I? Let me roll that first of all. In 19. Trick or trap. Right. Stairs, trick, trap. 16. Spear trap. 1d... 1 to 3 spears. 1d in 20 is poisoned. Right. Nope. 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 Okay, and traps have a set chance of going off in OSE. So let's grab the book, see what that is. I think it's 1 in 6, but it might be a bit more. It's 2 in 6. So, somewhere in this room is a trap. It does not go off this round. So, the whoever's not walked into it, it's probably maybe it's covering a different door entrance or whatever, but they have not set off in this round. So, we open the other door. So, now we decide on the interior of that room. An 8. It is empty. But we have a random encounter, so we're going to roll the random encounter. If I can find the right book to do so. There we go. Adventures and Treasure. Okay. That's it. Oh, and we've got our own table as well, so let's just double check that one. So we roll 1d8, first of all, see if that's on that. We get a 3. 3 is not covered, so we are going to generate a new one with this. We have a 1. We have an Acolyte. Interesting. Does that fit? We'll say it does. Right. 1d8 acolytes. 6 acolytes. 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 First level clerics and some special quests for their deity. Okay, so we've had a lot of acolytes in these dungeons, all poking around doing stuff. Most of them seem to be for the same god. A serpent god, I believe, I think is what we decided on. So yeah, again, we've got a alignment of any around a 7. So there's 6 of them. So we've got a cleric that is higher level. So 1d10 is going to be 8. That is going to be 4th level cleric. Okay. Choose or leader spells. We'll do that in a second. First of all, we're going to decide what alignment they are. So 3 alignments. Obviously, law, neutral, chaos. 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. We get a 6. They're chaotic. Okay, so we've got a chaotic group of acolytes in here, either doing something very, very bad in that room, like some kind of ritual, or maybe they're just having a look around. Maybe they're allied to the goblins. Maybe they're just hiding here from the goblins. But they are not happy to be disturbed. Let's just say that. So we can roll 2d6 to see what their reaction is. It's a 10, which I think is not immediately hostile. Indifferent or uninterested. Now, So they open the door. There's these guys in there doing whatever, something evil or chaotic. They are uninterested by our heroes. Do our heroes talk to them? Do our heroes immediately charge them because they recognise kind of what kind of god they belong to? Let's do a check. So we will say, what we got? We've got 2 magic users, we've 2 fighters, an elf, a cleric. Right, cleric. Cleric is going to have a 4 in 6 chance of recognising that they are evil gods, evil cleric. Does not recognise it. Either they've not got on display, and our magic users are going to have 3 in 6. Right, both our magic users recognise they're evil gods. So I think they are going to attack them. I think that kind of makes sense. They're here to kind of clear these dungeons out. There's no point leaving a load of evil clerics there. So right, let's go and grab the encounter table, and we will do that one. Okay, so our 4th level cleric is number 7. All our 1st level clerics are the polites. Our on a 6, our cleric has 2 1st level spells, 1 2nd level spell. So a 3 gives us detect magic, a 4 gives us light, and a 4 on 2nd level gives us no alignment. So nothing offensive, can be used in combat. So we're probably not going to worry about those too much. All we've got to do now is roll initiative, see what's going on. We're not going to check for surprise because obviously there's a kind of a momentary, flash of recognition between them as they kind of stand there looking at each other, puzzled for a second, and then off they go. So heroes in the yellow again as usual. 6 and a 6, all going at the same time. It's all going to get a bit messy pretty quickly. So these things are AC 2, Thaco 19. They've got do 1d6 damage. So we are going to. What are we going to do? That's a very good question. Now, the clever person would use the door as cover, so that's what we're going to do. So we are going to have our fighter kind of half stand aside here, and then fire. Our clerics, our elf and our fighter are going to fire their bows into the room. But obviously these bad guys move at the same time, so it's all going to get a bit hectic. So let's have a think. How are we going to do this? I think we're going to have. We'll have our arrows first of all. Let's get them out of the way first of all. So that would be 82, which means we need a 14 or higher. 18, that is a hit. Against our number 1, takes 4 hit points damage. So you're down to 8 straight away. And then our elf is Thaco 18, which means you need a 16 or higher. A 4, it's a miss. Okay, that's that one done. Then we're going to move all our dudes in here. So number 6 is going to come through the door. Number 5 is going to come through the door. Number 4 is going to move down here, and they're just going to kind of wiggle around in the area, as it were. Then we go to melee. Oh no, sorry. Hold on. Wait a second. Just a sec. Okay, so next up will be spells. And one of our magic users has got sleep. This seems like the perfect opportunity to put sleep into practice. So let's look up sleep in the book. Okay. Magic user spell. First level magic user spell. Sleep spell can slumber. Any creature with 4+ hit dice is put to sleep. A total of 2d6 hit dice on a creature of 4 hit dice or lower each, which is what we've got. Targeting a creature of 4 hit dice less. The following rules apply. Target lot hit dice is applied first. Calculating the monster's money. Okay, right, it's fine. So sleep spell goes off. Interesting enough, doesn't have an area of effect. It just has a duration of the range. So sleep. just going to affect the people that it's going to affect. So we're going to affect all the bad guys. So roll 2d8 for the amount of hit dice. 8 hit dice. Targets with the lowest hit dice are affected first. So that's going to be 6 of our 8. And then we haven't got enough to do our last guy, because he's got 4 hit dice. So that's going to be out of the way. So sleep goes off. Everybody falls asleep. But because it happens simultaneously, they still get their attacks against our fighter and our elf. So our bow fighter is going to be AC of 2. So that means we need a 17 or higher. We get a miss. Our elf fighter has an AC of 4, which means it needs a 15 or higher. We get a 16. That is a hit for 1d6. 5. So that puts our elf back to 5, 11. Sorry, 6. So they do that. Just as kind of that stabs into our elf, bows out. Our magic user lets whip with the sleep spell. Sleep spell kind of hits onto them. Everyone kind of collapses on the ground apart from old big boss bloke. And that's the end of the round. That guy wasn't going to attack this round anyway. But I think you might have to make a morale check, because he's just literally lost 6 out of his, or 6 of his acolytes. So, morale for these things is 7. Yeah, 7. They're not the bravest of people. So, 8. He fails his check. He is going to try and run as he sees these guys kind of coming at him, or at least ask for surrender. And that's going to be his. That's going to effectively be his attack. Attack this turn. Right, our heroes beat him anyway. So as he kind of like puts his hands up to ask for surrender, there is no quarter given. Our fighter charges in over the unconscious bodies of our fallen foes. Our elf and our fighter move through the stack as well. Our cleric and our thief stand over our bad guys. Our magic user and our other magic user, quite chuffed that they got the spell off, move in as well. That's their movement rates. Then we get our bows. So AC of 2. So we need a 16 or higher for our elf. It's a 20. It's a hit for 1d6. That's 5. That puts them down to 3. And our fighter has a 16 ace, a 16 thaco, so we need a 14 or higher. So 11, that's a miss. And our fighter wades in with the axe, or sword, or whatever it's, no, it's long sword, sorry. Thaco of 18, which means we need 16 or higher. With a 5, that is a miss. So he's kind of surrendering, but obviously he's been now attacked, so he's just going to try and kind of do a little run away into the back of the room and cower for a second or two. And no attack opportunities in this version, but they do get a +2 bonus for their next attack, technically speaking. So, yep, heroes beat him again. Our fighter moves up 5, 10, 15, 20. And then the bowman let rip. 6 is a miss, 10 is a miss. Our fighter is a 15. I think that's a miss as well. 18, yeah, we need 16 or higher. This guy's going to fight back this time. He's had enough of it. He hits our fighter for 4. Our fighter goes down to 6 hit points. 5 and 5 is simultaneous. Right, so move, and these are now coming in over the bad guys. Oh, and we've got 2d4 on the duration of this thing. Hold on. It's 4d4. 5, 6, 7 turns. That's quite a while. 70 minutes. Bows again. Hit and Abyss. 4 damage. He's out. Okay, that is everybody dead. And then our neutral bad guys, because I don't think we've got anyone that's lawful in our group anymore. I think everyone's neutral. Neutral, 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 neutral. Everyone's neutral. So they're going to put to death all the remaining cultists, acolytes, and they are out. Okay, so experience points wise, we've got 10 XP for each one, so that is 70 experience points. Where's my sheet gone? It's under here, isn't it? 70 XP for everybody. We have a treasure type of U. So let's have a look at our treasures, see if we've actually got any treasure of these things. I think U's quite rubbish. Let's have a look. Placing treasure. Treasure type U. Oh, no, it's group treasure. 160 on average. Okay, so 10% chance of copper pieces, 68. 10% chance of silver pieces, 21. 5% chance of gold pieces, 43. 5% chance of gems, 12. 5% chance of jewelry, 31. 2% chance of magic item, 5%. Damn it! We're just off by 3%. So they are completely penniless in this little hovel they've set up. So our heroes don't get anything apart from the pleasure of killing some evil cultists. Okay, let's have a look, see what the other doors take us. Okay, so back out of the room, we go back into the main chamber. Our combat advances by another turn. We are using one of our Latin oils because it's at the end of that round as well. So we are down to 4 now because we also use one to throw against the bad guys. We've got an encounter literally as pretty much as we open another door. So 1 to 2, 3 to 4. Actually, 1 to 3, 4 to 6. It's a 6. They're going to go through the door opposite. Okay, so that is going to go through there. Okay, there is books everywhere. Right, periodic check. We have an 8. We have a side passage yet again. Check after 30 feet. Side passage, a 9. Left curve 45 degrees ahead. Goes for 30 feet. Right, we're going to say yet again, that's going to intercept that cross passage. And then we're going to have it go that way. So 10, 20, 30, 30. We have an 11. We have another passage. Oh, passage turns. Right, okay. So then we've got the chance to encounter as they make our way halfway up this passage as well. 4, nothing. Okay, and then passage turns. Table 4. Check with table 3. Again, check again in 30 feet. I check width. Okay, right, okay. Passage turns. Table 4. 14. Right degrees 90. Right, so it goes 10, 20, 30. It's going to go like that. Width 7. 10 feet. Nothing special. Check again after 30 feet. 13. Another passage turns. Turns to the 6. It turns to the left 90. We will check the width again. We have a 2. We have 10 foot. That is fine. It's going to take us another 2 rounds to get down that passageway. So we go into another potential encounter. 1d6. We get a 5. We do not get an encounter. Now, we've got a big, thick passageway here. This may intercept it, but we will find out. because we haven't rolled it yet. Side passage. Check again in 30 feet. Side passage. 9. Left curve. 45 degrees ahead. Okay. So it looks like it's going to go something like that. That's a side passage. I could take 2 more rounds to go down there. So we get to the junction just as we can roll for another random encounter. We do not get a random encounter. 1 to 3, we're going to go to the top. 4 to 6, we're going to go straight ahead. We're going to go to the diagonal. We get a 9. We get another side passage. Crikey. Okay. 7. Left 45 degrees. Behind. Right. Left 45 degrees behind. 125 degrees. That would go... Sure, that would go that way then, wouldn't it? Which is like that. 10, 20, 30. It would go like that, I think. Again, 1 to 3, they're going to turn the left. 4 to 6, they're going to continue onwards. They're going to go to the left. We get a 20. That is a wandering monster. Check again immediately to see what lies ahead. Or say direction of the monster's approach to see determine what it is. Okay. So we get a 15. That is a chamber, which is perfect. Chamber 1d20. 8. A square 40 by 40 foot room. Right, we can't fit a square 40 by 40 room. We've only got 20. So we're going to expand it. So it's going to be a 20 by 40 foot. Let's do that. Let's make it 20 by 60 foot. That's roughly the same size. And something is going to be in there around a monster. But we're going to check the chamber room and contents first of all. We're going to go 19. We get a trick or trap. We get a d20. We get a 15. We get arrow traps. 1 in 20 is poisoned. 1 to 3 arrow traps. I should really check them. Okay, it doesn't matter. We have a 1 arrow trap. It is not poisoned. It does not go off. We have a random encounter in that room as well. Right, where's the encounter table? Let's see what we've got. Okay, so we are going to roll on the 1d8 first of all, see if we've got anything on the table. We've got an 8. I think 8 is what we've got covered already. It might be... 8 is killer bees. So we're going to have some more killer bees down here, I think, is the way it's going to go. Maybe they've got a little hivey thing down here again as well. So, killer bees number appearing is... Where are we? Oh. Dungeon table 1. Killer bees 1d10, that's what I thought. We have 8 bees buzzing around in this room. Okay, and they always attack because they're killer bees. Okay, now killer bees did this in last time. So that's not good. Let's see if we can surprise. Well, can we surprise bees? Maybe not. Neither of them surprised. That's fine. 8 bees though. Okay, right. Let's have a look at this and see what we've got. And I think this will probably be the last encounter for this session. So let's set this one up and see what we've got. Okay, so more than half our heroes have obviously fought these bees before. So they're going to shout and say these things need killing as quickly as possible. Which means our fighter, our elf, our thief are all going to start using their missile weapons. Our magic user, technically speaking, can throw a dagger, but I think which one casts sleep? That was Tath. So yeah, that's the one who can throw it, but he's not great at throwing it. Yeah, he's got no bonus. Shield spell, Phantasmal Force. So other magic has got magic missile, and light, and wizard lock. So magic missile is obviously going to go off this round. We're going to try and take these things out as quickly as possible. And our fighter is going to stand his place and basically bash people as he needs to do so, because you don't want to get stabbed by these things. They're bad enough as it is. So heroes on yellow with a 6 and a 6. Okay, this could be a disaster for everybody involved, because it's all going to go off at exactly the same time. So B, B, B. All our bees are going to start hovering around the area. Arrows are going to go off first. So that's going to be our fighter, our elf, and our thief. So these are things are AC 7, so they are pretty easy to hit. So first of all, our elf needs an 11 or higher. Gets a 3. Our fighter needs a 9 or higher. Gets a 4. Crikey, these things are buzzing around like good. And our thief needs a 12 or higher. It's a hit. So he's going to hit the nearest one. So it's going to be 26 damage. So number 5 is going to be dead this round. Then we get melee. Oh, then we get magic missile. Sorry. So our magic missile is going to strike number 8. That's 1d6 plus 1. Dead. Right. 2 dead. And then we go to the melee. So our fighter is going to actually both that struck number 3. That makes more sense, because then our fighter is going to engage number 8. So fighter is going to be a miss, and then we get our bees. So fighter number 1 has an AC of 2, so we're going to need they've got attack over 19. We need a 17 or higher for number 8. We miss. Number 3 against it is a miss, and number 5 against our elf. Our elf has an AC of 4, which means we need a 15 or higher. It's a hit. So our elf takes 1d3 damage. 3 damage. On 3. But it also has to make a save for versus poison or die because of the stinger. And that is correct, unless I'm very much mistaken. On a successful sting attack, a killer bee dies. Okay, that's good. It's dead anyway. Right, fair enough. Yep, save versus death, save versus poison or die. So our elf. Where are you, elf? Roris, our elf. Save versus poison. I forgot to write down because I'm an idiot. Right, let me get the book, see if I can find it. Okay, our elf's save versus poison is 13 or higher. It's a 3. Our elf dies. Okay. So, number 3 dies from magic missile. Number 5 dies from bow shots anyway. But as it does so, it stings number 3, and it would have died anyway. Our elf drops down from stinger death. Next round. It's a 3. It's a 5. Okay, our bees are going to go first. So our bees are going to move in. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Okay, so our 2 fighters are AC 2, I believe. Yes. So 8 against number first fighter is a 15. That is a miss. We need a 17 or higher. Gets our second fighter is a hit. Our fighter is going to take damage. That's our missile fighter. For 4, puts him on 4 hit points. Oh, sorry, no. That's a 2. Puts him on 6 hit points. Our fighter needs to make a saving throw versus death. Our fighter saving throw versus death is 12 or higher. It's a 17. Our fighter successfully saves. That bee is going to die this round. And then we've got our second attack against our other fighter is a miss, and the attack against our cleric, which is AC 5. There's a hit, just exactly what we needed. A 2 damage, puts down to 4. And now our cleric needs to make a saving throw versus poison or death. Sorry, poison. Oh, death and poison. Yeah, okay, same throw. I was going to say. Cleric. Death and poison. First level is 11. Our cleric dies. Okay. And then we get our attacks. So, bow attack, miss, thief, miss, melee attack, miss. But that one dies. And that one dies. Okay, next round. Heroes win. Okay, so our thief is going to move slightly. And he's going to attack number 4. Is a miss. Our fighter attacks number 4. Is a miss. Our other mainline fighter attacks with a melee attack against number 8. It's a hit for 1d. Well, it's gonna kill it, isn't it? It's got to make 2 hit points. Dies. Our bees are going to move. B. Actually, we've got some morale, haven't we? Really, technically speaking. Let's do morale check. Nah, didn't think so. That is a hit against our thief for 3. Goes out 3 hit points. Our thief's saving throw versus poison. It's 13. Our thief fails and dies. And then we have our fighter is going to be stung twice. Is a hit. Actually, no, once, because that's number 6 on that, so that's a hit against our fighter. Our fighter takes another 3. Goes out 3. Same throw. Is a miss, I believe, on the 4. Yep. Our fighter dies. But at the end of the round, number 4 and number 6 die because they've been stung and stinging. Okay, initiative. Right. He's going to step over the body. He's going to let rip with an arrow. It's a miss. Magic users are going to stay where they are. Our bee moves in. It's a miss. We've got our fighter, 13. What's that? 13 plus 7, that'd be 18. Thaco for you is 18, I believe, unless I'm very mistaken. 16, yes, we have a hit. Kills it. That is it. Bees are gone again. So yeah, it's terrible. Bees are scary in this thing. So anything that gives you a save versus poison or die is never good. XP 6 as well. That's crazy. Crazy. Oh, and a treasure type of they've got some honey. Okay. Oh, it heals 1d4 points if heated. Okay, that's cool. So, so our heroes are kind of looking again in bewilderment for each other. Realizing that again they've lost more than half their party against bees, and that's it. They've had enough. They are leaving very quickly. So next time I think we will do is we will track their exit from the dungeon, see if they can make it out alive from there, and then we will come back and see what happens after that. But yeah, bees are not nice. Don't mess with bees. Not good at all. So I think we'll leave it there. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I'll see you on another one of these very soon. Bye bye.